Hello, hello. This is Psychic Medium Adele Mitchell, and today I am offering you a future week reading on your astrology sign Virgo, and I'm also going to be using my zodiac wheel here for all 12 houses pertaining just to your sign, so we can cover all areas of your life that are important. I've already pre-shuffled the deck, but I'm going to shuffle once again, just a little bit here to see if anything pops out. And we are going to start with the House of Self. All right, Virgo, what do we have coming forward for you? You've received the Six of Pentacles. You've been working hard, Virgo. So much energy that you've put into your life is finally going to be paying off with this card in your self house. So, you're also going to be kind of standing up for yourself a little bit more than you have been lately, and showing that you need specific boundaries put in place. Perhaps people have been taking advantage of you for a little while, and you're noticing it. And it's not feeling very good, so you're making this change to kind of say what it is that you need and what you expect from others. And as you do this, that's kind of what's going to bring forth more of this feeling of gaining rewards and positivity along with success in your life. We are going into the second house, which is your possessions house. You've received the Hermit. What's going to be important to you this week, Virgo, is making sure that you are not being overwhelmed by others. You're kind of going to be wanting to go a little inward. Being social isn't going to be on like the forefront of your mind or what you feel like you need this week. You're also going to feel comfortable with being alone, right? That's going to be important to you as well. And I see that kind of as an action that you're going to be taking to show people that they need to respect your boundaries as well, because you're going to be pulling away a little bit and showing that you're just not interested in too much going on. So going to events, celebrations, things of that nature is not going to really feel like something you want to do, which is going to be completely okay. In your communication house, I'm interested to see what we have going on here. You have the Knight of Swords. With the Knight of Swords, there's going to be this sense that you are withdrawing, because we were just talking about with the Hermit, you know, kind of wanting to be alone. Social life is going to be a little low. The only time you are going to want to be communicative with others is when people are being extremely honest with you. You're not going to feel the need to kind of hear about fake stories or be around fake people, anyone that's trying to boost themselves up or showing a lot of ego is going to be very undesirable to you. So take this as a message of really picking and choosing who you want to spend your time with this coming week. Because if you are with those who can be, what's the word? Those who just go over the top, dramified, you question, you know, their realness. Coming into contact with people like that could result in arguments. So to avoid that, you know, just be very choosy who you do communicate with this week, so you can not feel like you have to, you know, have anything complicated with anybody. And in your fourth house is your family house. You've got the Ten of Cups. Now we're starting to see the people that you're supposed to be communicating with this week, Virgo. It's all about the family. Okay, so here we have the ones who understand you the best, those who will be able to talk to you about things that matter to you. You won't feel like you are having to avoid certain subjects. You can be very honest. You can be very open. And spending quality time with family members is really where it's at. As we mentioned before with your possessions house and kind of not, being in the limelight, being around too many people, it's your family are the ones that are going to be helping you, representing you in the best way possible. In your pleasure house, you receive the 7 of Wands. All right, so standing firm in your ground is where you're going to feel the most pleasure. So if you're stepping out of yourself, right, and pushing your own boundaries, so like going out of your comfort zone is going to totally take over feeling any types of joy, inner peace. So, I mean, coming up like a broken record here a little bit, but with the Hermit, I mean, he really said it all with the possessions house, and that is celebrations, lots of people going out in a crowd, anything like that is not going to be pleasurable for you this week. Feeling the need to express that to others is going to also empower you. So it's going to be okay for you to say to a friend, oh, thanks so much for inviting me to the game today, but I'm just not feeling it, so, catch me next time around. And that's going to bring you pleasure too, because once you are able to say that, have the courage to present yourself in that way, the friend is going to be like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. And then you're going to be able to end that conversation feeling good, relaxed, and not like you're pushing yourself too much. In your health house, you've received the Chariot. With health, it looks like you have battled something in the recent past, and you are now coming out of it. Okay, so if you have any worries about a rebound happening in regards to a sickness that you've been through or any health complications, ailments that you've been fighting with, I see nothing of the sort coming to light for you. It looks like the total opposite, that you're actually on the path to healing. So, and that goes for something as simple as like a head cold, if you, or RSV, let's say RSVP, RSP, I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, the respiratory illness, COVID, stuff like that, things that want to really linger on and on and on forever. You're not going to have to deal with that too much longer. It's going to be moving right out very quickly, almost like a light switch, you'll notice. One day you're kind of like, ugh, I'm still in this. And then the next day you're going to be like, hey, whoa, I'm back to my old self again. I feel really good. And in your 7th house, you have partnerships. This could be your actual partner, the one that you are romantically connected to, somebody you're starting to date, or a bestie, the person that you spend the most of your time with. You receive the 3 of Pentacles. Here we have a card that talks about really staying true to yourself. If you're feeling like your partner is testing you this week, perhaps they're not going to be too fond of this whole hermit vibe you're giving off. That's something that can definitely arise in your partnership house. So I'm seeing that perhaps a difficult conversation could come to light. But the best part about this is that you are going to want to work with your partner, because with the 3 of Pentacles, it's also talking about like team effort, to come to a conclusion that helps you both feel good about, where you're at in your life right now. So, you're retracting, you're going inward. And this person that you spend the most of your time with is seeing this, and perhaps what I'm picking up with this 3 of Pentacles is that they are not going inward. They want to be more social. Maybe they do want to go to the game with you. And, you know, or they want to go to that event that you were both invited to, and you're just not feeling it. You have to find some kind of way to compromise on this situation, because if you don't, it's just going to lead to more arguments in the future, and your partner is going to resent you. You do not want to get into that space with this person, because that can cause more trouble than you even want to try to tackle. So be sure to compromise, collaborate with one another. You may not want to go to the game, but perhaps they wanted to see a specific movie and you're cool with going to the movies, because, you know, movies can be very, very secluded, kind of low-key. In your transformation house, you receive the sun. One of my favorites. Okay, so the sun shows us that you are growing, you are learning. I love how this kind of comes back to the self, because with the self, we showed there's, you know, boundaries being set, personal rewards being met. So it looks like you're definitely on a path that is going to be serving your highest good. And I'm not seeing that you need to make any big changes coming up. This is a small transformation in a sense. I don't want to say small, but more gradual. And it doesn't show that there's really anything you need to do to keep making it go in a direction that you want it to, which is a breath of fresh air, I tell you what. Not having to put in much effort for luck and joy, that's what we all want. So good on you, Virgo. Okay, house number 9, your philosophy house. You received the Tower. It looks like there is something that you are going to need to understand in order to progress forward. This is kind of like the wisdom house, attaining more knowledge. I believe this has a lot to do with the partnership house, because I'm getting that connection between the two psychically. So once again, let's talk about, you know, compromise. Leaning in instead of pulling away and saying, no, I really need this for myself, because your partner's not going to understand that to the fullest effect. It's going to have to be a give-take situation. It just is. So with the Tower, you know, this is showing a lot of like difficult energy. With your compromises, you're really not going to want to. Like, stick in the mud. I'm even seeing that if you do say, all right, I won't go to the game, but I'll go to the movie, you're not going to have a good time at the movie. Your partner can easily see that. They're going to be able to read this on you. So this Tower is showing you, once again, that you got to be really careful how you take your next steps here, because if you step into a position of, I'll compromise, but I'm not going to be happy about it, it's not going to work out for you. So you're going to have to work really, really hard and learn how to show a different energy even when you're just not feeling it. Okay? This is going to help you in the future too, when other moments like this arise. In your reputation house, this is how people view you. You have the Justice card. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Once again, your partner, the person who sees you in the most clearest light and can read you better than anybody else, is going to see that you are trying to compromise, which is nice. They're going to see your efforts. It's going to be difficult for them too. In fact, if I could do a reading, particularly for your partner or your bestie or whoever you're connecting with most, it would not be shocking if they also received the Tower in their philosophy card, because they're going to be learning too, right, through all of this. They're also going to have to compromise because they really want to go to the game, and they're also going to have to not be so, like, judgmental upon you for making the compromise, but not really feeling like you want to, right? So the two of you are really going to be in alignment with one another. As far as outside sources and the way that people see you, they're going to see that you are making an effort to be simple. It's going to be okay that you go hermit style here because people are going to want to, trust that you just need your space, and that's cool. That friend that you said, hey, I can't make it to the game, let's revisit that. They're going to come to an understanding that, you're kind of giving back to yourself right now, and that you'll revisit them on a rain date. In your 11th house, you have friendships. And it's the 8 of Swords. This comes as a warning because if you retract for too long in your hermit, in your possessions area here, and you do not make that rain date with that friend, you're going to be cutting yourself off. People are going to start to think, maybe I won't invite them next time. They didn't seem too into it. They never called me back. This is a card that says you really have to follow through with what you say you're going to do. Otherwise, you're going to be losing out. You're going to be creating complications for the people that you connect with that you do consider friends. So don't block yourself off for too long. And in the 12th house, we have the unconscious. This is the what you need to know that you don't know already card. Ace of Pentacles. There we go. It's getting a little bit of a glare there. Okay. There is good things coming to you as long as you follow along the lines of what you're learning, right? Don't close yourself off. Follow through. Set your boundaries. Compromise. I mean, my goodness, you could probably write all this down as things to work on this week so you can receive this beautiful divine gift of prosperity and allowing life to flow well for you, because if you follow along on this path, it's actually going to help you in your future. So the next week, the week after that, you'll be able to align yourself with friends, with your partner, and things will go well for you. I want to thank you so much, Virgo, for being a part of today. I invite you back anytime for future readings, and please subscribe so you don't miss out. I wish you a blessed day. Thank you, and bye-bye.